Random thoughts on videos, what he'll talk about, no one knows how Jesper sees it. He'll ramble on about the stuff he sees, maybe make some money for some new front teeth. And how Jesper sees it, how Jesper sees it. Hey everybody, it's me again, Jesper. I wanted to tell you another story my grandpappy told me about when he was a little kid. He was like 14 years old and he was down fishing at the lake for some bullhead all by himself. And it was nighttime and some knots came over the lake. Now you gotta remember, when he was a little kid, there weren't no helicopters or airplanes that were flying around that much. So all these lights came over the mountain and towards him over the lake, and they were reflecting off of the lake. And he got a little bit nervous. He didn't know what it was. So it got real close down to him and a real bright light shine, and he didn't remember nothing after that until the next morning when he woke up in his bed. He realized that he thought he had a dream about being abducted up into a spaceship, a crazy spaceship with these little aliens with big bulgy eyes, and they were speaking in English though, and they was eating dinner and they were drinking Dr. Pepper, and my grandpappy just thought that was the strangest dream, and he didn't know how he got in bed. He definitely went fishing out before. Anyway, I just thought that was the weirdest story, and so it got me thinking, what if aliens, I believe they're aliens. I believe they're out there, and by the way, there's so many there's so many planets and solar systems around the universe that I think it's kind of selfish to think that we're the only ones that are around. But I don't think, it's really far. I'm not sure we can get that far. But I had another idea. What if, let's pretend that, evolution, I know not everybody believes all evolution, but let's face it, there's ways that human beings and people have evolved through time. People are bigger now than they used to be. We used to have, caveman had lots of hair. We don't have as much hair. I got some hair now, but we don't have as much hair as a caveman because we kind of got rid of that hair. And so anyway, that's kind of like the evolution I'm talking about. So let's say 2,000 years down the road, on Earth, the global warming has got real warm, and there's lots of different kind of gases in the atmosphere, and so they get, the sun can't get to the Earth as well. It gets real hot, and that's like the greenhouse effect, I think it's called. So anyways, people get smaller because they can't eat as much food, and the people get smaller and smaller, and they lose more and more hair because it's just so darn hot on Earth. There's no reason to have the hair anymore, and since there's not enough light because of the greenhouse effect, and the sun can't reach the Earth because of all those gases and things, their eyes get bigger. So 2,000 years down the road, you got these little beings, and they're human beings, but they're small and they're bald and they got big buggy eyes, and they still speak English and drink Dr. Pepper. You see where I'm getting at? And then we invent time travel, and they're able to come back to 2015 and take a look at what human beings look like. Now listen, if we invented time travel right now, wouldn't we go back to when the dinosaurs was alive, and we would abduct dinosaurs and do all kinds of tests on them? Or maybe even we go back to where the caveman was alive and we'd abduct them, but we wouldn't want them to remember because that would affect the future. It's like that butterfly effect, when you change one little thing in the past, it's going to affect everything in the future. So anyways, these ain't aliens, they're human beings, but they're from the future coming down, and they're testing us to see what we're like and how we're different and why we changed. That totally makes sense to me. It blew my mind. I don't know, this is the first time I said it to anybody, I'll tell you that. And you're not allowed to use that one. Don't write a book or make a movie about that, because that's my idea, Jesper's idea, and it's how Jesper sees it. I'll talk to you later. See you. How Jesper sees it.